already have. And that is your PC or your Mac from viruses that try to get in. This is the FixMeStick Gold. Now, we've offered FixMeStick here at HSN for years. And what I like is that this is a newer design. As you'll see, it's smaller, but still just as easy to use, because what this is designed to do is that it finds and removes infections that can slip past your antivirus software. It scans your computer, and it uses 3 unique and industry-leading antivirus systems and programs in order to get into your computer to find all of those viruses that maybe have slipped by. Because even if you have antivirus, you might notice that if you are, if your computer's moving slower, or you go to a site and then, you know, a couple days later, that there's an ad that shows up from that site somewhere completely else on your computer, that's spyware that's gotten into your computer. That's a virus that has slipped past your antivirus. So that's where FixMeStick comes in. What I like about this is that it's easy to use, it's super fast, and you've got a sale price where we took $30 off the price. And Joe Harrison, one of our computer experts, is joining us live on the phone. Joe, so great to have you.
Hey, Tamara, thanks for having me. About FixMeStick, especially during this time when all of us are at home using our computers more than ever, this truly is an essential that so many of us really do need.
That's right. Okay, so talk us through, because some people are saying, well, I have antivirus. Why isn't that enough?
A great question. So antivirus is your first line of defense, and that's what we've been using for the last 30, 40 years. It's the absolute right thing to do. However, viruses are now getting smarter, and they know how to get around your antivirus, because your antivirus program only scans about 10% of the hard drive. So as you're scanning, you're like, well, why is my computer still slow? Or why do I get online? Or all these pop-up ads still there? You're not quite sure what to do, because that's all we've known for the last 20, 30 years. So FixMeStick, when it came out, and it's been around since 2012, it was actually created by 2 software engineers who worked in the antivirus field. They knew there had to be a better way. So instead of just scanning 10% of the hard drive, FixMeStick now scans 100% of the hard drive. So every file, every photo, every document, every song, everything gets scanned. So think of your antivirus as like brushing your teeth. You do that a couple times a day. But then, Tamara, when you use FixMeStick, that's like going to the dentist. It's a deep clean for your computer to get rid of all that stuff that's slowing it down and can steal your identity.
And see, and that is what we're after, because, you know, whether you are buying a new computer, and especially if you have a new computer, you definitely want to protect it. But even if you want to extend the life of the computer you have to keep it as healthy as possible. And getting rid of those viruses is definitely on the books there.
You're exactly right, because when you buy a new computer, wow, it is so fast out of the box. You're like, this thing is so quick, not slow like my old one. And then all of a sudden, a couple months later, it starts to slow down on the internet. And you're wondering, well, why is it slower? It's because you're downloading the spyware and the rootkits and the malware. And in 2018, there was a big shift. And identity. Identity theft now became the #1 way to get it is through your computer. Because you think about the information you have on your computer, you're typing in your social, you're typing in your address, you're typing in your birthday, there's spyware, there's trackers that are on there that are following you. And if you don't have something that could do a deep clean like FixMeStick, it's imagine whatever you're using on your computer, there's a bad guy standing over your shoulder watching every password, every email, everything you send in. It's crazy.
Wow.
But because this is the new one, the gold. And I saw you just holding it up, Tamara. This is the gold one that is a even more durable USB stick. The previous generation used to have a cap on it, and people were concerned, is this going to last a lifetime? And so we came out with a new version that's all metal housing. You can dunk it in water. You can put it in the dirt. It's going to be fine. It's going to be safe. But the previous generation, when we started this back in 2015, it had a slower processor, so it could only scan had one scanner in it. This one has a stronger processor, so now there's actually 10 scanners on the inside. So now, Tamara, when you use this, we're not just cleaning it once. We're cleaning every file 10 times to make sure that it's clean, and it's going to speed up your computer. And the only thing you have to do is you pop it into your USB port. There's 3 steps. Step 1 is insert into the computer. Step 2 is double-click Run FixMeStick. Step 3 is come back 2 to 3 hours later, because then your computer is deep clean. But, Tamara, I got to mention this too. This one, unlike previous versions, this is not just the PC version, and you don't have to buy a separate Mac version.
Right.
This works on 3 computers, and it doesn't matter if you have 1 PC, 2 Macs, 2 PCs, 1 Mac, 3 Macs, whatever your combination is.
Yeah. 3
computers for the lifetime of that system. It'll get rid of all that bad stuff and clean that computer out again.
You know what? It just gets better and better, as everything does. It was great when it first came out about 5 years ago, but it just, what I like is that they didn't just stop there. They made it faster, they made it better, they made it kind of life-proof in that it's, you know, it's virtually indestructible because of the way it's now made, and it's even easier. And I keep showing the fact, because I know you look at it and you're thinking, what is it? It just plugs right into your USB port that you have on your computer. And what I like about that is that it's gonna work for the computer, again, 3 computers for the lifetime of the computers, whether they're PCs or Macs, whether you have the computer today or not. Because right now you might have a computer that you're trying to extend the life of, but then in a year you might say, okay, it's time. And then you get a new computer, use this FixMeStick on that new one as well, because you can use it for up to 3 computers. And whether it's your computer and your spouse's and the kids, or whether it's your computer today and then your next computer tomorrow, because there's never gonna be a time where we don't need to protect our computers from viruses. Never, because they're only getting more and more.
Right. When you think about how many viruses come out every single day, there's 300,000 viruses. So just in our quick little 10-minute conversation, there are going to be around 7,000 new viruses that have been created. And a virus isn't a good thing. A virus is horrible. It's bad. But it's a fact of life. All these devices, they all get these viruses. It's unknown that it's on your system, because when you run your antivirus, it only scans the active files, which are about 10%. When you use FixMeStick, it's the only product of its kind that scans 100% of the files. Now, the other thing about this, too, is once a virus is detected, you need an external device to remove it. That's why FixMeStick is on a USB port. So you have to plug it in every time you use it. When you use your antivirus, it traps all those viruses in a bubble, and they still live on your computer. When you use FixMeStick, it removes them. So it's designed to work hand in hand with your antivirus program. But the great thing about the FixMeStick team is not only do you guys, HSN customers, do we get an exclusive lifetime of use? Because everywhere else you buy FixMeStick, there's a yearly fee for $50. Only HSN customers get a lifetime. That is a huge, huge deal. But the other thing is there's also amazing tech support. So if you hear about a virus on the news, you read about it online, you can call them up, and only HSN customers have that exclusive phone number where they can call them up as many times as you want, and the team there, you're actually talking to the FixMeStick company. They don't outsource it. It's all done in a nice, great company up in Canada. They answer any question you have just to make sure your system is safe. Because when you think about, Tamara, what you have on your computer, we've got personal photos, you have financial documents, you have maybe passwords. It only takes one virus to capture all that personal information. But FixMeStick is there to make sure that there are no viruses that are watching everything that you're typing on your computer.
You know, when you think about it, it just makes perfect sense that it's the easiest way for us to protect our computers, and not just our computers, but our actual information. Because when it comes to, like you mentioned, the pictures, the documents, the personal, documents and information that you have on your computer, the last thing you would want is for it to be opened up and to be vulnerable, for somebody to get in, to corrupt it, to steal it, whatever they're gonna do with it. You want it to stay in your hands, and that's where FixMeStick comes in, because there is no such thing as a good virus. There is no virus that's the happy virus. If a virus gets into your computer, it is there to do damage. So if you can get the FixMeStick, and it helps, and every time you use it, it's scanning 100% of the files on your computer. That's a big deal. And did you notice where Joe said, come back in about 2 to 3 hours? Joe used to say, put it in before you go to bed, come back in the morning. But now it's faster than it has ever been before. This is the lowest price I've even ever seen. It's a sale price of $49.99. There's no subscription, no yearly fee, nothing else you have to do, except if you have a question, you call the folks at FixMeStick. And there's even a website on the back of your FixMeStick. So if you ever forget, what was that website? It's right there. Jill, it just gets easier and easier to make a better decision for our information and for that of our family.
You're 100% correct. And when you think about filing your taxes, a lot of us are doing that right now. And the only thing you need is a Social Security number, a name, and that's it to really file your taxes. So there's a lot of tax fraud that happens right now because of viruses that get on your system. There's also, when you think about the bigger companies, Yahoo got hacked by one virus. 3 billion accounts were compromised. Equifax got hacked. That was 143 million. There are all these different businesses you hear about that have been hacked. Those are companies that are spending millions of dollars a year to protect that information. For you pay this one price now, and then we don't have to worry about any yearly fees. I love that FixMeStick only does that for HSN customers. But keep in mind, when you're running, I always say do this as a test. Because sometimes, Tamara, people think this is too good to really be true. Run your antivirus before you run FixMeStick for the first time. Let it do its thing, and then plug in FixMeStick. You will be surprised how many viruses show up, even though just a couple minutes ago you ran your antivirus solution. So what we do as a family, Tamara, I always say, run it once a week. We're a family of 5 in my household. We still find dozens of viruses that my antivirus missed, but when you run it once a week, you're giving your computer that deep clean. Not only is it going to clean them out, but it's also going to extend the life of that computer and keep everything running nice and smooth.
That's what we want. And remember, for Mac or PC, for the life of those computers, up to 3 computers, you only need one FixMeStick. Run it once a week, and you'll see the difference. And it's 3 flex payments of $16.66. And free shipping as well. We took $30 off of the HSN price, so if you want it, please don't hesitate. Now, Joe, before we let you go, there is something else I wanted you to give us a quick mention on, and it's the compact.